Bill, Alex Winter, and Ted, Keanu Reeves, are high school buddies starting a band. However, they are about to fail their history class, which means Ted would be sent to military school. They receive help from Rufus, George Carlin, a traveler from a future where their band is the foundation for a perfect society. With the use of Rufus' time machine, Bill and Ted travel to various points in history, returning with important figures to help them complete their final history presentation. Bill's Preston, age 24 years. As Alex Winter, age 58 years. Alexander Ross Winter is a British-American actor and filmmaker. He played the slacker Bill S. Preston Esq. in the 1989 film Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure and its sequels Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey and Bill and Ted Face the Music, 2020. He is also known for his role as Marco in the 1987 vampire film The Lost Boys, for co-writing, co-directing, and starring in the 1993 film Freaked, and for directing documentaries in the 2010. Ted, age 25 years. As Keanu Reeves, age 59. Keanu Charles Reeves is a Canadian actor and musician. Born in Beirut and raised in Toronto, he made his acting debut in the Canadian television series Hanjin In, before making his feature film debut in Youngblood. 1986, he had his breakthrough role in the science fiction comedy Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, 1989, and he reprised his role in its sequels. He gained praise for playing a hustler in the independent drama My Own Private Idaho, 1991, and established himself as an action hero with leading roles in Point Break, 1991, and Speed, 1994. Following several box office failures, Reeves's performance in the horror film The Devil's Advocate, 1997, was well received. Greater stardom came for playing Neo in the science fiction series The Matrix, beginning in 1999. He played John Constantine in Constantine, 2005, and starred in the romantic drama The Lake House, 2006, the science fiction thriller The Day the Earth Stood Still, 2008, and the crime thriller Street Kings, 2008. Following another commercially down period, Reeves made a successful comeback by playing the titular assassin in the John Wick film series, beginning in 2014. Time named him one of the 100 most influential people in the world in 2022. Billy the Kid, age 33 years. As Dan Shore, age 66 years. Daniel Shore is an American actor, director, writer, and acting teacher with a career spanning over 40 years. His most recognized roles include Enoch Emery in John Huston's Wise Blood, Ram and Tron, and Billy the Kid in Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Stupid Waiter, age 29. As Ed Solomon, age 62 years. Edward James Solomon, born September 15, 1960, is an American filmmaker. He is best known for writing the screenplays to Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, 1989, Men in Black, 1997, and Now You See Me, 2013. Ugly Waiter, age 30. As Chris Matheson, age 63. Ugly Waiter, age 30. As Chris Matheson, age 63. Rufus, age 52 years. As George Carlin, died June 22, 2008, age 71. George Dennis Patrick Carlin, May 12, 1937 to June 22, 2008, was an American stand-up comedian, actor, author, and social critic. Regarded as one of the most important and influential stand-up comedians of all time, he was dubbed the Dean of Counterculture Comedians. He was known for his black comedy and reflections on politics, the English language, psychology, religion, and taboo subjects. His 7 Dirty Words routine was central to the 1978 United States Supreme Court case FCC v. Pacifica Foundation, in which a 5-4 decision affirmed the government's power to censor indecent material on public airwaves. The first of Carlin's 14 stand-up comedy specials for HBO was filmed in 1977, broadcast as George Carlin at USC. From the late 1980s onwards, his routines focused on socio-cultural criticism of American society. He often commented on American political issues and satirized American culture. He was a frequent performer and guest host on The Tonight Show during the three-decade Johnny Carson era and hosted the first episode of Saturday Night Live in 1975. His final comedy special, It's Bad for Ya, was filmed less than 4 months before his death from cardiac failure. In 2008, he was posthumously awarded the Mark Twain Prize for American Humor. In 2004, he placed second on Comedy Central's list of top 10 American comedians. In 2017, Rolling Stone magazine ranked him second, behind Richard Pryor, on its list of the 50 best stand-up comedians of all time. Carlin's film roles included a taxi driver in Car Wash, Frank Madras in Outrageous Fortune, Rufus in Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure and Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey, Eddie DeTrevel in The Prince of Tides, Cardinal Ignatius Glick in Dogma, Hitchhiker in Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, Architect in Scary Movie 3, and Bart Trink in Jersey Girl. He also had voice roles as Zugger in Tarzan 2, Fillmore in Cars, and as Mr. Conductor on Shining Time Station, as well as narrating the American dubs for the Thomas and Friends segments. Joan of Arc, age 31 years. As Jane Weedlin. Age 65 years old. Jane Marie Genevieve Weedlin, born May 20, 1958, is an American musician and singer, best known as the co-founder, rhythm guitarist and backing vocalist of the new wave band The Go-Go's. She is also the drummer and backup vocalist of the rock band The Hex Girls. She also had a successful solo career. The Go-Go's went on to become one of the most successful American bands of the 1980s, helping popularize new wave music with hits such as We Got the Beat, Our Lips Are Sealed, and Vacation. As a solo artist, Weedlin had her biggest hit with the song Rush Hour, which peaked at number 9 on the Billboard Hot 100. As an actress, she had roles as the singing telegram girl in Clue, 1985, and as Joan of Arc in Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, 1989. As a member of the Go-Go's, Weedlin received a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. She and the band were inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2021. Napoleon Bonaparte, age 40 years. As Terry Camilleri, age 73 years old. Terence Camilleri, born November 7, 1949, is a Maltese-born Australian actor who has performed actively in both the United Kingdom and United States. He is best recognized for portraying Emperor Napoleon I in the blockbuster comedy film Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, 1989, Missy Mom. Age 31 years. As Amy Stock, age 64 years old. Amy Elizabeth Stock is an American actress and academic, also known as Amy Stock and Amy Stockpointon. In 1986, she played Britta Englund, a former KGB agent who was involved in a love triangle with Patch Johnson and Beau Brady, on Days of Our Lives. There, she met actor Robert Poynton, who played John Black. They married in 1987 and had a son, Robert Andrew Poynton V, but divorced in 2004. In 1987, she played a recurring role in a major story arc on Dallas as Lisa Alden, the biological aunt of Christopher Ewing. She played Missy, the sexy stepmother of Bill and later Ted, in Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, and its sequels. Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey and Bill and Ted Face the Music. Stock also appeared in for television movies of the Gunsmoke series, as Marshall Matt Dillon's daughter, Beth, and made guest appearances on Matlock, The Fall Guy, Hardcastle, and McCormick, Dynasty, Knots Landing, and High Incident, among others. She also played Fawn Hall in the miniseries, Guts and Glory, The Rise and Fall of Oliver North. Socrates. Age 62. As Tony Steedman. Died February 4, 2001. Age 74 years old. Socrates. Age 62. As Tony Steedman. Died February 4, 2001. Age 74 years old. Princess Joanne. Age 27 years. As Diane Franklin. Age 61 years old. Diane Franklin, born February 11, 1962, is an American actress, producer, and model. Early in her acting career, Franklin appeared in TV commercials for Coca-Cola, Trident, Jell-O, and Maxwell House Coffee. At the age of 17, she appeared in 2 episodes of As the World Turns, which aired in October 1979. Her breakthrough role was as Karen in the 1982 teen drama film The Last American Virgin. That same year, she played Patricia Montelli in the horror film Amityville 2, The Possession. She was given top billing in her next film, the 1984 erotic comedy film Second Time Lucky, and played French exchange student Monique Junet in the 1985 comedy film Better Off Dead. Franklin played Princess Joanna in the 1989 comedy film Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure and has appeared as an extra or in guest roles in episodes of television series such as Bay City Blues, Matlock, and Family Law. She also appeared in 3 television films, including a role as Jock Ewing's first wife in the 1986 film Dallas, The Early Years. In 2012, Franklin published a memoir called Diane Franklin, The Excellent Adventures of the Last American, French Exchange Babe of the 80s. In 2017, she published a second memoir called Diane Franklin, The Excellent Curls of the Last American, French Exchange Babe of the 80s. In 2018, she returned to the Amityville franchise to play Louise DeFeo in the horror drama film The Amityville Murders. In 2021, she played Mrs. Healy in the horror film Ted Bundy, American Boogeyman, Mr. Ryan. Age 50 years. As Bernie Casey. Died September 19, 2017. Age 78 years old. Bernard Terry Casey was an American actor, poet and professional American football player. Casey began his acting career in the film Guns of the Magnificent Seven, a sequel to The Magnificent Seven. Then he played opposite fellow former NFL star Jim Brown in the crime dramas, Tick, 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 and Black Gun. He played a leading role in the 1972 science fiction TV film Gargoyles. He also played Tamara Dobson's love interest in 1973's Cleopatra Jones. From there, he moved between performances on television and the big screen, such as playing team captain for the Chicago Bears in the TV film Brian's Song. In 1979, he starred as widower Mike Harris in the NBC television series Harris and Company, the first weekly American TV drama series centered on a black family. In 1980, he played Major Jeff Spender in the television miniseries The Martian Chronicles, based on the novel by Ray Bradbury. In 1981, Casey played a detective opposite Burt Reynolds in the feature film Sharky's Machine, directed by Reynolds. He reunited with Reynolds a few years later for the crime story Rent-A-Cop. In 1983, he played the role of CIA agent Felix Leiter in the Nonion Productions James Bond film Never Say Never Again. He co-starred in Revenge of the Nerds and had a comedic role as Colonel Rhombus in the John Landis film Spies Like Us. Casey also appeared in the film Hitman. Also during his career, he worked with such well-known directors as Martin Scorsese in his 1972 film Boxcar Bertha and appeared on such television series as The Streets of San Francisco. He played a version of himself, and other football players turned actors, in Keenen Ivory Wayans' 1988 comedic film I'm Gonna Get You Sucka. He played the national head of a black fraternity in 1984's Revenge of the Nerds. He played high school history teacher Mr. Ryan in Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, released in 1989. Casey appeared as a very influential prisoner with outside connections in Walter Hill's Another 48 Hours. In 1992, he appeared as a naval officer on the battleship USS Missouri in Under Siege. In 1994, Casey guest-starred in a 2-episode story arc in Star Trek, Deep Space Nine as the Maquis leader Lieutenant Commander Cal Hudson, and in 1995 as a guest star on both SeaQuest 2032 as Admiral Van Alden and Babylon 5 as Derek Cranston. In 2006, he co-starred in the film When I Find the Ocean alongside such actors as Lee Majors. He died at Cedars-Sinai Medical Center in Los Angeles on September 19, 2017, after a stroke. Princess Elizabeth. Age 20 years. As Kimberly Kate. Age 54 years old. Kimberly Cates is an American actress and film producer. Cates is best known for her role as Princess Elizabeth in Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. She founded and is currently the CEO of Big Screen Entertainment Group, a Los Angeles-based publicly traded film production and distribution company. Cates began her acting career when she was 15, and her movie debut came in Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure as Princess Elizabeth, starring alongside Keanu Reeves, Diane Franklin, Alex Winter, and George Carlin. As an actress and prior to becoming a full-time film producer, Cates starred in more than 40 films and television shows. Her credits include television shows such as Seinfeld, The Larry Sanders Show, Charmed, Growing Pains, Murder, She Wrote, On Our Own, Sucker, and films such as Dangerous Love, Rescue Me, Chained Heat 2, The New Age, Bounce and Highway. As a producer, she has worked on several films including Dirty Love, Babysitter Wanted, William Shatner's Gonzo Ballet, Rami Malek's Papillon, and Bruce Willis's Airstrike. In 1995, Cates collaborated with Michael Manasseri and established a film production and distribution company, which was renamed Big Screen Entertainment Group, OTC, BSEG, in August 2005, a publicly traded firm with its headquarters in Los Angeles. Genghis Khan. Age 37 years. As Al Leong. Age 70 years old. Albert Leong, also known as Al Kabong Leong, is an American stuntman and actor. Characterized by his martial arts skills, long wavy hair, and a prominent Fu Manchu mustache, he has had a number of small but memorable roles as a henchman in many popular action films, including Lethal Weapon and Die Hard. His credits include Lethal Weapon, Die Hard, Joshua Tree, Big Trouble in Little China, The Scorpion King, and They Live, and a recurring role on the first season of the TV series 24. He also portrayed an out-of-time Genghis Khan in the comedy Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. In 2003, Leong lampooned himself as well as the Hollywood tradition of actor and director reels by starring in screenwriter David Callahan's writer's reel. In the 5-minute short film, Leong portrayed Callahan going through a typical day in the life of a writer. The reel was accepted into a number of short film festivals. As a stuntman, Leong was involved with the production of numerous films including The Golden Child, Last Action Hero, Roland Emmerich's Godzilla, Tim Burton's Planet of the Apes, and Daredevil. He also has made appearances on several television shows such as Knight Rider, Magnum, P.I., The Twilight Zone, T.J. Hooker, MacGyver, That 70s Show, and HBO's Deadwood. He wrote and directed the low-budget film Daddy, Tell Me a Story, Ted's Dad, Capitaine Logan. Age 48 years. As Hal Landon Jr. Age 82 years old. Hal Landon Jr. is an actor most notable for portraying Ted's dad in the Bill and Ted franchise. In 1986, he appeared in Highway to Heaven, Ludwig van Beethoven. Age 61 years. As Clifford David. Died November 30, 2017, aged 89. Clifford David, June 30, 1928 to November 30, 2017, was an American actor, singer, and coach. His career began in the 1950s, with early live television appearances leading to roles in Broadway musicals. He also played character roles in television series, feature films, and theater. A protege of Lee Strasberg, David made his Broadway debut as Scipio in Albert Camus' Caligula, directed by Sidney Lumet. He also played Pasquale in The Osborne Papers, directed by Margaret Webster, Antipholus in the 1963 off-Broadway revival The Boys from Syracuse, Laertes and Joseph Papp's Hamlet, and Lord Byron in the Lincoln Center production of Tennessee Williams' Camino Real with Al Pacino. A member of the Motion Picture Academy of Arts and Sciences. 5. Clifford's filmography includes Invitation to a Gunfighter, 1964, Resurrection, and M. Night Shyamalan's Signs, 2002. As an accomplished pianist, he was cast as Beethoven in Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, 1989. A member of the Actors Studio from 1962, David worked with many of the greats of American theater, film, and television. He told stories of drinking with Richard Burton and shopping with Marilyn Monroe. He was working with Monroe on a play entitled The Cat, adapted from a Colette novel by Arthur Miller, when she died. David was featured in the principal casts and on the original studio albums of such Broadway musicals as Wildcat with Lucille Ball, with William Daniels, Alan J. Lerner's On a Clear Day You Can See Forever, and Andrew Lloyd Webber's Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. Other feature film credits include The Last Mile, 1959, The Party's Over, 1965, with Oliver Reed, Riot, 1969, The Betsy, 1978, with Laurence Olivier, Fort Apache, The Bronx, with Paul Newman, 1981, and The Exorcist III, 1990. He was seen on television in the miniseries Blind Ambition, as well as in political dramas Fear on Trial and Missiles of October with Martin Sheen. He appeared in episodes of Bonanza, The Big Valley, Charlie's Angels, Mary Tyler Moore, Murphy Brown, Party of Five, Murder, She Wrote, Will and Grace, and Law and Order. Sigmund Freud. Age 47 years. As Rod Loomis. Age 81 years old. Rod Loomis is an American actor. Loomis is best known for his role in Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure as Sigmund Freud. He was also in the 1973 off-Broadway revival of You Never Know and the 1995 tour of Jekyll and Hyde as Sir Danvers Carew. Student speaker. Age 25 years. As Margene Holden. Age 58 years old. Margaret Jean Holden, born November 3, 1964, is an American actress, stuntwoman, martial artist, author, and director. Holden made her professional acting debut in 1987 in the feature film Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. She has guest-starred in JAG, Tales from the Crypt, Star Trek, Deep Space Nine, La Femme Nikita, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Suddenly Susan, and The Steve Harvey Show. She was featured in Steven Spielberg's The Lost World and Jan de Bont's Speed 2, Cruise Control, as well as other films including Philadelphia Experiment 2 as Jess after Courtney Cox bowed out of the role. In the short-lived Babylon 5 spin-off television series Crusade, she served as Chief Medical Officer Dr. Sarah Chambers on the same ship. She appeared as She-Eva in the film Mortal Kombat Annihilation, and starred as Jesse Gavin, an undercover cop specializing in martial arts alongside Corey Everson in Ballistic, 1995. Security guard. Age 31 years. As Ron Althoff. Age 65 years old. Ron Althoff, born March 17, 1958, age 65, is a stuntman and stunt coordinator who worked as stunt double for guest actor David Sparrow on the Star Trek Voyager 7th season episode Renaissance Man under stunt coordinator Dennis Madalone. Mr. Preston. Age 47. As J. Patrick McNamara. Died January 2, 2023. Age 80 years old. Patrick McNamara, October 30, 1942 to January 2, 2023, age 80. Was an actor who played Captain Taggart in the Star Trek The Next Generation second season episode Unnatural Selection. Abraham Lincoln. Age 57 years. As Robert V, Baron. Died December 1, 2000. Age 68 years old. Robert V, Baron, born Robert V Nemiroff, December 26, 1932 to December 1, 2000, was an American TV and film director, producer, screenwriter, and actor. He was best known for his role as the voice of Admiral Donald Hayes in 1980's animated TV series Robotech, of which he also served as the producer. He is also well known for playing Abraham Lincoln in the 1989 comedy film Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Barron attended Morris Harvey College in Charleston, West Virginia, and UCLA. He subsequently trained at American Academy of Dramatic Arts in New York City, and at Max Reinhardt Workshop in Los Angeles. He got his entertainment start in radio, co-producing a 2-hour Saturday morning radio program, The Bop Shop, which aired for 2 years on radio station WGKV-AM, later WHMS and WXIT, now WSWW-AM, in his hometown of Charleston, West Virginia. Before permanently moving to California and beginning his Hollywood work, he spent several years in regional theater across the U.S. He built an impressive resume of glowing reviews of his performances in such roles as Cyrano de Bergerac, Abe Lincoln in Illinois, Sir Thomas More in A Man for All Seasons, Henry Drummond in Inherit the Wind, Richard III, but was never offered major roles in films or television. In Hollywood, he made acting appearances in television shows such as Quantum Leap, Get a Life, Father Dowling Mysteries, and movies such as The Spring and A Dangerous Place. He also wrote episodes of the NBC television Western series Bonanza and the CBS TV Western/spy series Wild Wild West. Perhaps his best-remembered television script was his first, a light-hearted comedy episode of Bonanza, Hoss and the Leprechauns. As a writer, Barron drifted into adapting English dubbing scripts of foreign films. American producers began buying successful Japanese animated series and dubbing them in English, and Barron was a pioneer in that industry, which grew rapidly and enormously. He became executive director and story editor for Saban Productions, which in 5 years became one of the world's largest producers of children's programming, with such shows as X-Men, 1992, and Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, 1993. He also made appearances on TV series such as Bonanza, Mannix, Love American Style and Night Court, and played a pool player in an episode of CBS TV's Dukes of Hazzard. He also co-wrote the standard song Cindy, Oh Cindy with Burt Long. Bartender. Age 71. As Duncan MacLeod. Died November 25, 2005. Age 87 years old. Duncan MacLeod was born on July 26, 1918 in Glenfinnan, Scotland, UK. He was an actor, known for Beyond the Valley of the Dolls, 1970, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, 1989, and Lucky Lady, 1975. He was previously married to Pamela Marvin. He died on November 25, 2005. Evil Duke. Age 70 years. As Jim Cody William. Died July 5, 2017. Age 98 years old. John Carlson, October 20, 1919 to July 5, 2017, sometimes credited as Charles John Carlson or John Carlson, was a New Zealand actor who was active in cinema between 1958 and 2003. He is best known for Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, 1989, The Black Stallion, 1979, and The Sin Eater, 2003. In Europe, he appeared in mostly Italian films. Carlson was born in Wellington, New Zealand, and launched his career in Europe in the late 1950s. His filmography includes 80 titles, including several works for television. Aerobic sailworker. Age 30 years. As Claudia Templeton. Age 64 years old. Claudia Templeton was born on March 26, 1958 in the USA. Claudia is an actor, known for Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, 1989, Trick or Treat, 1986, and The Prophecy, 1995. Bearded Cowboy. As Jim Cody William, actor. Jim Cody Williams is known for Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest, 2006, Dodgeball, A True Underdog Story, 2004, and Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, 1989.